Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the Los Angeles Chargers in Madden 26. So obviously the LA Chargers are coming off a really good win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They completely cooked the Steelers. Actually, the Steelers just cannot find anything to do offensively with them. The Chargers had a really good defensive game as well. Obviously this team has dealt with a fair share of injuries, specifically to the offensive line. A bunch of their offensive line players are out. I think there's a way to actually see how injured this team is right now. Is there like an injury? Yeah, there's an injury report. So, like I said, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Joe Alt has been injured for this team. Amari Hampton, he dislocated his ankle. He's out for 3 weeks. They're missing a defensive tackle help. They're missing Josh Harris. They're missing Najee Harris. Obviously, he tore his Achilles earlier. They're missing a lot of guys, obviously. They're missing Rashawn Slater, and Joe Alt, which are two huge additions to the team. Obviously, it really sucks that they're hurt, obviously, but they're dealing with a lot of tough injuries onto the offensive line. But they did actually go ahead and trade for a player in the offensive line. Actually, I'm pretty sure they did. But like I said, they're dealing with a lot of offensive line. They traded for Trevor Penning. That's what they went ahead and got. So they got themselves a left tackle. They didn't deal with a lot of injuries, obviously. Joe Alt is injured right now, but Madden doesn't have it in. I'll just go ahead and put him third, so he won't be playing much minutes. He's injured right now, obviously. Vidal has been starting, and he's been actually pretty solid in my opinion. Obviously, Ladd McConkey has turned the season around after that slow start. Justin Herbert's obviously going to be under center for the entirety of this video. Obviously, Keenan Allen has been a really good addition in free agency. They brought him back. Quinn Johnson has been pretty solid this year, actually. Defensively, I feel there's a lot of things to work on. Obviously, they got Owe from the Baltimore Ravens. And, honestly, I feel that was a really good trade. They needed some edge rushers, and always really good, obviously. But defensive line, I feel like is where they need to upgrade the most. Cornerback as well, I feel like it's another big thing. They don't really have like that long-term corner. So they're definitely, obviously, Derwin James still one of the best strong safeties in the league. So obviously, there's still a lot to work with this team that we will address sooner rather than later. But right now, we're actually 7-3 right now after that win to the Steelers. So I'll put in the Vorce win so the Chargers can be 7-3, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We'll see how our record is. Wow, this season completely went upside down. We ended up missing the playoffs as 8-9, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, we lost almost every game ever since that Steelers game, which is insane to honestly think of. So we can go ahead and check that right now. Wow, I did not expect us to go 8-9 and miss the playoffs. So definitely disappointing. So we lost to the Jaguars, we lost to the Raiders, we lost to the Eagles, we lost to the Chiefs. We only beat the Cowboys. So yeah, we only won one game in that stretch, which is really disappointing. Finishing off 8-9 cannot feel great. So offensively, finish off 17th, which is okay. Obviously, it could be better. Defensively, we're fifth actually, so that's interesting. Justin Herbert, 4,000 yards, 20 touchdown, 10 picks. I feel like he's gotten better this year a little bit. Rushing yards, obviously Vidal was starter for like the second half of the season. Amari Hampton is the future guy for this team, 100%. Receiving, we didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver. Keenan Allen almost had 1,000 yards. Ladd McConkey almost also had 1,000 yards. Johnson, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Gadsden has actually ended up being a really good tight end, which I didn't expect him to be that good. He ended up being really good. So that's somebody else I'm going to develop for the future. Tyler Conklin is here too, obviously. Sacks wise, we had about 10.5 from Khalil Mack, although I don't know how long he's going to be here. We'll have to see. A retirement obviously could be a thing. 9.5 from Tulu, and then 9 from Owe. We had 4 interceptions from probably the best will linebacker in the league, 2 from Benjamin St. Jude, 2 from Tony Jefferson, 1 from Dante Jackson, 1 from Derwin James, and 1 from R.J. Mickens. So we'll see who we need to re-sign in the offseason, but finishing off 8-9 is really disappointing, man. Really disappointing how we just lost almost every game after that. That's insane. All right, heading into the re-signing stage, we do got Zion Johnson. He is a free agent. I'm guessing Khalil Mack did retire. We have $130 million to cap as well, so that's something good. So I think we re-sign a couple of these. Zion Johnson, obviously, a really good left guard, and he has a bunch of interest to come back, so this shouldn't be hard at all to re-sign him, and he does re-sign. So welcome back, Zion Johnson. Owe, though, has no interest in coming back. Benjamin St. Jude is somebody I think I wouldn't mind. Not years we could let him go. Quinn Johnson is a fifth-year option, which I think I will accept. He's not really that bad. Now he's up to 82 overall. I think I'll accept that. Andre James, we could probably let him go. Vidal he was pretty good. We could re-sign him. He doesn't have any interest. So Keenan Allen for another year, I wouldn't mind either. So I think I will. Yeah, I think I will re-sign Owe. So I'm going to offer him a deal. I mean, I would love to re-sign him, obviously. Solid edge rusher, 80 overall. We'll see if he wants to come back. Okay, he comes back, so I'll take that. I think I'm going to let Benjamin St. Jude's and not here go, like I said, James, Vidal, Conklin. Now, I say Keenan Allen is a Chargers legend, so I think it makes sense for us to bring him back, honestly. So 5.4 million, so he will extend, and we're going to let everybody else go. TSR, we can probably go a different direction with most of these guys, too. Trevor Penning, I know they traded for him, but he is right now only a 71 overall. Even though he is 27, I'm just going to let him go. And then Tony Jefferson, yeah, I'm just going to let him go too. So obviously, like I said, I want to last. So with Khalil Mack retiring, I think so, because I think he'd be a free agent this season. We obviously have to get another new edge rusher. So that'll be tough to replace Khalil Mack, obviously. But here's how our team was looking right now. So Marion Hampton is back. Joe Alt is also back. Rashawn Slater will return in about 13 weeks. What is his position? Is a right tackle. He's a left tackle. So what is Joe Alt? Okay, Rashawn Slater is a left tackle. Obviously, one of the better tackles in the league. That means Joe Alt is a right tackle. Okay, they're both left tackles. So I guess we move one of these guys to right tackle when Rashawn Slater comes out. So we don't really have to worry about right tackle. Never mind. But I do want to get a center. Gadsden can also be our future tight end. I want to get a starting center for this team, even though Bozeman doesn't look too bad. So offensive line isn't really a problem. We just have to get healthy there. Wide receiver room, I don't hate Live McConkey, Quinn Johnson, and Keenan Allen for another year. Trey Harris, I would have loved him to get involved. So maybe resigning Keenan Allen wasn't the best decision. We have to focus on defense, in my opinion, though. Offense, I'm not too worried about. Defensively, we have to find a way to replace Khalil Mack, obviously get a whole new defensive tackle, which obviously is going to work. Maybe a brand new corner as well. There's obviously going to be a lot of stuff we have to address defensively. But we have about, $92 million in cap space to work with, so we can just try our best. This free agency class is not good, but I have three offers: Darius Waddington, Sebastian Joseph Dane, Logan Wilson. Just bringing Logan Wilson on a one-year deal since he's in the superstar dev. I love to bring him in at least for 1 year. Maybe we still draft a Mike linebacker, but I do want the three of these guys. We'll see if they three sign. We're going to get two of them. So we get Darius Waddington and Logan Wilson. Joseph Day, he's not going to sign. He's going to the Raiders. So I'm just going to take my offer away. The Raiders completely outbid us for him. He hasn't had interest in coming to us. So without him, I do, like I said, still want to get a defensive tackle here, and I don't really see any of them. Like, defensive tackle is pretty bad. I mean, like I said, nobody. We can sound like Jalen Redmond, but I don't really see the point. You might as well just and cornerbacks. Like, there wasn't really a Mukas Kier Elam, but he went to the Packers. I know he's not really the best in real life too. Trust me, as a Bills fan, I know that as well. But St. Jude's is here. I really just want to go a different direction. He also wasn't good with the Commanders, but looks like he's been a little better with the Chargers. Obviously, getting a Darius Washington, he had an interest. Still relatively young. I don't hate that. Brisker was also here. He has no interest. So, yeah, I don't really see the point of wasting our money here on players that aren't really that good. Jalen Phillips was probably something I could have signed, but I'm just going to leave it like that. We still don't really have a, obviously, center, but I feel like we're pretty good right now. I'll go and head straight into the draft. We're at 89, so we should have a pretty good pick as well. Caleb Downs being here is absolutely insane. I should not have signed a Darius Washington, bro. Although Caleb Downs would be a great addition. I don't want to obviously get three free safeties, but maybe, signing Darius Washington was really dumb. But we have Anthony Hill Jr. We all know how good he is, so I think he might be the pick. We need a future Mike linebacker, and defensive tackle obviously is a big need as well. Is there like a good defensive tackle in this draft that hasn't been taken yet? I don't really like just draft isn't really defensive tackle heavy, man. I mean, there's Christian Miller. We could have taken him, but he's probably not going to be, past. He's probably not going to be in round 2 anyway. He's probably going to go round 1 or something, maybe early round 2. If he's still here, I'll take him, but I really doubt he's here at this point. So let's see what we can draft in round 2. So we got obviously cornerbacks a big need too. So I'm looking at that. We got Perkins. Okay, I mean, we got like Will Lee, Tarko David, Jermaine Matthews. I know he's pretty good. Zane Durant's also a great defensive tackle. I just think right now defensive tackle is a huge need for this team. So Zane Durant in the second round is going to be a pick. I know I'll reach with him 110, but I know he's hitting dev. I know he's a solid overall right off the bat. he has to be the pick. And around 3, I will look to draft some type of cornerbacks. We have a third round pick, so cornerback is what I'm gonna take here most likely. So I already see like Domaney Jackson might be the pick. 'Cause I know Domaney Jackson is really really fast, and he's gonna be the pick here. So Domaney Jackson, welcome to the team. He's gonna be ranked number 70. So I drafted him right at his value, which is cool. 78, and he's hitting dev. With 98 speed and 98 acceleration, I can easily go to 99 if he just plays. So obviously we got one of the fastest corners, actually the fastest corner in the draft. So you couldn't really pass up on that. He also develops really nicely. I know from prior Madden videos. So I love that pick. Solid off season. I'll see you guys in the lineup for year number 2. Heading into this season, we're an 81 overall team, 83 offense, 80 defense. So it could be better, obviously. It's not the best, I agree, but it's no freedoms, bro. That's the problem with these videos. But here's your lineup heading into this season. So we got our Sean Slater and Joe all back, obviously. Mekhi Becton, Zion Johnson. We got Bozeman as the center. So offensive line actually looks pretty good. Gadsden, obviously, we're going to get to give him a chance. Obviously, I think he's a really good tight end, actually. People didn't know it. Justin Herbert is obviously the quarterback for this team. We got a Martin Hampton back and fully healthy. Lad McConkey, Quinn Johnson, and Keenan Allen will be our 2 receivers once again with Trey Harris. Hopefully, he gets in some as well. Defensively, so offense was great. Defensively, obviously, there's some holes with this team. I will agree. I guess there was no point of signing Logan Wilson then if we're going to draft Anthony Hill. But I only gave Logan Wilson a 1-year deal, so he's probably, like I said, he'll just leave next offseason. Darius Washington, we might as well just start him since we went ahead and signed him. Like I said, okay, so we got Domaney Jackson. I want him to be our cornerback 3 right away, or I didn't mean to. I want him to be our cornerback 3 right away. Why is it not? I'm clicking Domaney Jack. Okay, whatever, bro. I'm just gonna move him up. In the thing. I don't even know. It's not working. All right, I'll move him up in the depth chart. I don't know why it's doing that, but Zane Durant has to make a huge impact right away if obviously this will work, this defensive line. So defense isn't the best. I'm going to be honest with you. Defense is not the best. Not our strong suit, man. Star receiver will still be Lad McConkey. A slot cornerback is going to be Washington. So I guess that's good. I'm low-key is going to give it to Domaney Jackson, though, because for some reason they don't want to put him in. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to give that role to Domaney Jackson. And then, yeah, I will see you guys at the end of the season. I might change the offensive scheme or something like that so we can obviously be even better than obviously usual. So, offensive scheme running it. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna run a base 3-4. I need to run base 3-4. So base 3-4, not 4-3. My bad, 3-4. And we'll keep offensive and defensive playbook the same, at least for year number 1. I'm guessing Harbaugh would be pretty good, but I will see you guys at the end of the season, hoping for good things this year. We'll see, though. We'll see. Winning season, man, 7-10. At least we have a lot of money to spend, but offensively, we're 15th, so I don't really think the playbook is that bad. Defensive playbook, dude, the defense has to have some work. Do the offense, man. Justin Herbert, obviously a great season. Rushing yards, Martin Hampton, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Receiving, so Lad McConkey had a great season. Quinn Johnson had 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 682 yards, and 5 touchdowns from Gadsden. So receiving isn't really the problem. Where was our receiver 3, though? 1, 2. I'm only looking at 2 receivers getting the balls. Our receiver 3, Keenan Allen retired. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, you guys can retire. Here's Washington had a lot of tackles, bro. That's insane. Do you have the most tackles in the league? Oh wait, with 12 sacks, 9.5 from Tulu. We had 4 from Zane Durant, 3. So yeah, we don't really have the best defensive tackle, as we all know. We did have 6 picks from Derwin James. We had 2 from Washington, 1 from Henley, 1 from Still, Dante Jackson, and then gotta make sure Domaney Jackson got in, right? He did. Okay, he was our slot corner, like I said. Dude, how many tackles did this? He had a bunch of tackles. I gotta see if he led the league in tackles. 163, really? He was close. He was closer. He was definitely up there though, so I'll take that. Usually linebackers have that many tackles, not safeties. So that's crazy. He had definitely jumped up to at least superstar dev, at least star dev, 100% star dev. He's not star dev. That's insane. Or superstar dev, but star dev I'll take as well. But let's see, we need to re-sign. So Joe Alt's a 5th-year option. So what else you got to do? Send us some money, dude. So Derwin James, obviously you cannot lose him. You can't even let him test for agency. So got to make sure. Okay, Derwin James is going to test for agency. It would cost about. We might have to franchise tag him. At the end of this, we have enough money. He's probably getting a franchise tag. I cannot let Derwin James even walk. So now we have to make sure we don't underpay our guys. So Henley, can't let him go to free agency. I thought he had interest. Why is he just all right? Whatever. Tulu. So yeah, Mekhi Becton. We're definitely going to be spending some money here, which makes sense. I want to let Mekhi Becton go. Next, I think I'm gonna go and re-sign Dante Jackson. We can let Logan Wilson go. We could probably let Dante Jackson go as well. Honestly, Will Disley, our punter. So still have out. So I think we have to franchise tag Derwin James. Sadly, so that's what I'll do. It's definitely a lot of money down the drain, but you cannot let Derwin James go on free agency. I think I'll also re-sign Tulum. He's a solid left edge. I think we probably have to re-sign him, right? So on that end, like I said, he'll resign. So like I said, we definitely gave a lot of money out. We only have 54 million now. We're gonna have to let Dante Jackson go either way. He would resign. Okay. So if there's a good free agent and there's an obvious cut, I'm 100% doing it. So let's see right now though. So adjust the lineup. Let's see how our lineup is looking like heading into free agency. So all right. So like I said, we do need a new center, which probably is the last piece of this offense, in my opinion. We don't need nothing else. Trey Harris can be our receiver 3, and I would not be mad at that by any means. So yeah, offense, I don't want to mess anything. Defensively, honestly, looks pretty good. It looks better than last year. Obviously, Anthony Hill up to a star dev. Hoping for a superstar dev. That's definitely disappointing, but I'll take it. I guess he's a solid middle linebacker for the future. Oh wait, so this part looks pretty good. Darius Washington is up to a star dev. He's up to an 86 with morale. So yeah, that was end up being a great signing. I like Elijah Molden, but Washington was just better, I guess. We do need a cornerback. Domingue Jackson being an 80 overall, just really good. We need a defensive tackle. So what I'm worried about is our defensive tackle room, and our cornerback room. That's two things we need to address. Still isn't he should be star dev too at least, but we'll see who's in free agency. Let me check if there's an obvious cut fairly quickly because I think there should be, right? There is not an obvious cut actually. So yeah, either restructure contracts or nothing. Two guys I'm targeting for agency. I'm targeting Elton Jenkins and Kenny Clark. Two solid options I think will be really good. I'm hoping we land Elton Jenkins, bro. And we are going to go and land both. So I'll take that. Kenny Clark's a superstar dev. So I'll take him. There was like Leonard Williams here as well. But at this point, I wouldn't really want to spend all my money on him just for him to probably retire next season. And then, like I said, do we have a kicker? We can, I guess, sign that. We have Cameron Dicker. Dicker the kicker. So punter, I'm not even going to bother my time signing a punter. Honestly, they can do that later. But yeah, adding Ellen Jenkins and Kenny Clark should help us out. It will help us out. So we get our center, which is great. We've been looking for. It's really all we needed on offense, though. Defensively, didn't address most of our positions, obviously. There wasn't any good corners. There was only Kenny Clark here, which he's obviously not a defensive tackle one, but he's still a really good run stopper. So I'm fine. I'm fine with Kenny Clark and Zayner. We need like that number one guy. So that's something we might low-key trade for if it's not there. We will have another high pick in the draft. So the draft will be centered around defense once again. Cornerback and wait, how old is Hart? If he's okay, Cam Hart. I still don't want to roll with him though. So defensive tackle and cornerback are two of our biggest needs. After that, I really think we can make a strong consideration about us being a contender. But other than that, I'll go straight into the draft. Whatever pick we have, we'll see. We'll see what's there. We'll draft the best player we can find. Round, I'm gonna see if there's any defensive tackles first. It's probably the bigger need. So I might end up trading for defensive tackle. That's not it. I'm gonna trade for defensive tackle. There's not even a top. So we got Leonard Moore. I guess he's gonna be the pick here. Looks like he's the best corner. It's Leonard Moore, ranked number 19, drafting at 14. So I'll take that. It should be a solid corner. My round 2 pick. I'm really considering trading it. Like, if I don't see anybody that's gonna be good enough to start, not mid. I'm looking for actual like starting caliber defensive tackle, and I don't see it, man. So I think a trade is about to happen. Yep, I think a trade happened. I know Brett Rainoff isn't good from past rebuilds, so I'm gonna pause the draft and let's make a trade for defensive tackle. Looked at every team. The best defensive tackle we could trade for that's in our price range is actually the Detroit Lions, Liam McNeil. So I'd love to go after him. I'm gonna offer my second round pick for him, and I'm also gonna offer my third round pick for him. Maybe I think this should be enough. It's close, but I'm gonna offer this a late seventh round pick. That should get it done. And what? Okay, this will take us over the salary cap. Really, man? Really? Okay. Well, we can obviously absorb 50 million. They can't, which is really disappointing. So that definitely sucks a ton. Like I said, like I'm trying to somebody that's worth it. We only have like $19 million to absorb. Is there a way we can maybe get Kobe Turner? Could we just take on a couple extra million? We actually could. So I'd offer this for Kobe Turner too if they say they agree. So Kobe Turner, we'll take him. That's all of our money, but I'm not mad about him. We finally got our defensive tackle. That option we're looking for. The other option with Jervin Dexter isn't bad. He's kind of like more defensive tackle too. Kobe Turner could be a number one defensive tackle in my opinion. So you love to see that. I'll see you guys in the lineup heading into year number 3. Yeah, 6 overall team, 88 offense, and 84 defense. The defense is still not the best, but 84 is pretty solid in my opinion. So here's how the team is looking like. So offensive line is elite in my opinion. We don't have one bad player on the offensive line, so we love to see that. A guy Gatson, offensively, we're just really good in general. Justin Herbert, Hampton, McConkey, Quinn Johnston. Hopefully, he may get star, superstar dev this year. Him and our normal devs at 80 overall seems a little weird. Since Trey Harris is literally a star dev, but to be fair, he was hidden. But still, you know what I mean. But offensively, I don't have no problems. Defense though is where I feel like we're actually not that bad. Honestly, we got obviously a great will linebacker, Henley, Anthony Hill, Tulu. So maybe we get a better edge rusher than him. I guess that'll be the other thing we do if we just don't make the playoffs this year. Leonard Moore is already 80 overall, so I'm liking that. And then I'm gonna keep Loki. I'm gonna keep Harbug's offensive play, but I will switch to defensive playbook, and I'm gonna usually have success with the Buffalo Bills defensive playbooks. That's something I'm gonna run. I'm gonna keep the offensive play with the same because the offense isn't the problem. I really don't think so. I think we can obviously make the playoffs with Jim Harbaugh's offensive playbooks. Hopefully that's the case. If we miss the playoffs, we're gonna have some huge discussions of what we're about to do, bro. But hopefully that's not the case. I'm really excited to see if we can make the playoffs from that because I really think we should be able to, 100%. It is a contending team. Ended up making the playoffs with a 12-5 record, so I'm guessing this got us the first round bye, and it did. Okay, the AFC must have been bad, man. 12-5 record usually doesn't get you to number one, but I'll honestly take it. We don't have to play in the wildcard round, so that's amazing. Offensively, we're A class. That was not the problem. Defensively, we were 14, so that's an improvement. So, like I said, playbooks, dude. So 1,149 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 7 picks from Justin Herbert, so great season again. Martin Hampton with another amazing season. He even got even better this season, so you love to see that. Receiving, Lam McConkey, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Quinn Johnson almost had 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Trey Harris is getting run this year after Keenan retired, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns. Gadsden had a great season. So offensively, like I said, not the problem at all. Offensively, we were actually really, really good. Let's take a look at our defense, though, man. So sacks-wise, we had about 10 from Kenny Clark. Okay. We had 10 from Owe. We had 8 from Tulu. We had 8 from Kobe Turner, so the guy we traded for. We had 3 from Anthony Hill. Interceptions, we had 4 from Elijah Molden. So he actually, okay, I think Darius Washington played in the slot. Oh, that's probably why I forgot to fix that. But that's cool. 1, 1, and then 1. Hopefully that means, okay, Dominique Jackson got playing time. One of these guys didn't get playing time because Anthony Hill was playing in the slot. Still, no way our rookie didn't play. Okay, our rookie didn't play as much as I wanted him to, man, because Darius Watch was playing in the slot. But he's still superstar dev, so I'll honestly take it. So we'll see who we got in the first round of the divisional matchup, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs for the first time in this video. All right, with our first playoff game of the video, we got the Baltimore Ravens. So Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. We'll see if we can take those guys down. Going to get a stop on defense. We're going to go ahead and get another stop. The offense didn't score yet. And the Ravens will score. We're going to tie it back up, and we have 7 seconds left. We're at the, I believe it's their 20, though. So, yeah, we're not going to get far. We're going to get a pass and run away. But we're going to get a touchdown. They're going to get a field goal, okay? Let's keep putting points up on this board. And we are 21-10, and just like that, 26 seconds left, this game is over. And we are going to the AFC Championship round, so we'll see if we can go ahead. We're 1 game away from the Super Bowl. We'll see who our matchup is, man. 1 more game. Okay, now we got the Cincinnati Bengals. So the Bengals, obviously a pretty good team. The defense has been really, really bad though these past couple of weeks. But they're going to start off with a touchdown, and they're actually going to go ahead and leave us to a field goal. We're going to get the ball back. This will be a chance to go up. Okay, I think we do a pick. We 100% just do a pick right there. Not great. We tie this game back up. We get the ball back heading into halftime though. And so far, man, the offense hasn't been there. The defense has been there a bit. We're going to tie it back up, so 10-10. Okay, so about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Obviously, to go to the Super Bowl, all we need to do is go out and take this lead. And that's what I'll do. We can either take this lead or kick the field goal or drain out the clock. I'm going to run this with Hampton, and we're going to get – okay, that might be holding. So that's not – you love to start things off at all. It's 100% holding offense, man. So yeah, it's not good. We'll be going back to 1st and 10. Let's say you're not gonna decline that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna run it again because sometimes in these scenarios it actually works, especially when you have a speedy running back. So Hampton, okay, okay, get off me, man. Hampton, okay. So like I said, we got our yards back just like that. So now we need to get this first down. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it here. So about 3 minutes left by the end of the 2 minute warning. Actually, I'm gonna run it one more time. So I think we can low key. Okay, yeah, I was right. Hampton. Okay, he's honestly, he's kind of fast. Kind of fast. Okay, you love that. Martin Hampton. Nice game, man. Nice game. All right. I'm going to run verticals here, and then we'll see if we can throw it to somebody deep. Gadsden is open. He's going to get down. Actually, he's still on his feet. Okay, we're going to go out of bounds. So about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Herbert did not throw a pick. I was wrong. We just punted the ball, I guess, but it didn't really look like it. Because it went to 3rd and 4. Then the Bengals immediately got the ball back for some reason. Okay. Look, Lam McConkey is gonna be there, dude. Herbert is slinging it right now, and we're gonna score a touchdown. So we gave the Ravens, the Bengals too much time. We did. So I know I should have waited out the clock. I just scored way too fast. We still have 27 seconds left with 3 timeouts. That's the crazy thing about this. Craziest thing about this is we have time, a lot of time actually. So, what do we got? Nobody's open. Throw it out. Oh my goodness. Okay, throw it out. Okay, we still have a lot of time with 3 timeouts. So this is obviously we need to make the best of this. So I don't think target line is the 40. They want me to run the ball, but I'm honestly not going to do that. I'm gonna go ahead. What was that? What was the play we ran? Verticals, where he got open, right? So okay, I'm gonna run verticals, and then Gadsden. I'm looking at is Quinn Johnson 1-on-1. He might be if this is a pickup. One of those guys is gonna be 1-on-1. Look out for that. But okay, dude, if that's a good throw, fit that right in the middle. Okay, we gotta get down the field desperately, man. All right, we need to figure out something. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run play action counter go, and then hopefully we get Gadsden, maybe somebody we need. So, dude, Treyas might be open for a split second, and if he is, which he isn't, he might be there. He might be there. No, the safety's gonna pick. That's gonna be open throw. So, all right, we have to punt this ball, which I'm really not mad at. I don't want to give them any more time. So, I'll punt it. Definitely disappointing how I literally couldn't get down to field goal range. I'll put a backspin on it just in case. And okay, we actually can't let them return this. So that's the thing about this. So you had to tackle them. All right, 4 seconds left. They should not be able to do anything unless they just get a quick play, which would be absolutely insane. But that's not going to happen, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we get a stop in overtime. So all we need to do now is just go down the field and kick the field goal, and we win this game. We don't even have to score a touchdown, which is the beautiful thing about this. So let me run this. 100%. Let me run this. Okay. And another wide open lane. Hampton gets the first down. So, like I said, this is what you love about the O-line, man. Having a really good O-line, you're going to have a lot of blocks and a lot of time to run this ball. So that's what I'll do. I'll run it one more time because, like I said, another wide. Dude, the O-line is cooking. Even Eli McConkey's giving us good blocks, man. So just like that, we are down to the 45-yard line. Martin Hampton has been my go-to player here in this video. So we'll just keep giving them the ball. In overtime right now, all we need to do is get down to field goal range, and we're almost there, as you can see. So, okay, not the best block that time. I'm going to lose a yard. I will go ahead and I'm gonna run it one more time. I just want to see what I can do with a sweep. I don't think I could flip it. Could I? Could I flip something? Can I flip? Okay, I can't. Okay, Patterson has it. So yeah, we all know he's tired. So let me just pass the ball. McConkey, nobody's there. Yo, Johnson. Yo, if he has a step, that's a good throw. Okay, it's not gonna off the goal. Oh my goodness, Quinn Johnson. We won the game. I did not expect Quinn Johnson to catch that. I really thought that it was gonna be a little overthrown, but okay, I didn't expect Quinn Johnson to go 1-on-1 like that. We win. So we get out of here in overtime. 23-17. We're going to this Super Bowl. What a catch from Quinn Johnson, bro. All right, we are now in this Super Bowl, and we got the Green Bay Packers. As I'm recording this right now, dude, the Packers are really just, I don't know. Their offense isn't good. I'm sorry, but they just lost 10-7 to the Eagles. That was definitely a winnable game. I watched the end. Their kicker missed a 64-yard, which is I'm not can't get mad at the kicker for missing the 67-yard field goal, but 64. But at the same time, dude, the offense has to be better, bro. Jordan Love has to be better. But focusing on this game, we got an interception from Tarab still. Right now, we're up 14-7, and we are going to go ahead and get another pick by Henley. We have to score because we get a field goal on that. We're going to get a stop on defense. The defense has locked the Packers up in this game. The offense has not been able to do nothing, and so far, we're going to go ahead and win this game 24-7, and just like that, we are Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Chargers. So first year again in the playoffs, we win this Super Bowl. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. You guys can watch the Super Bowl celebration if you guys care to. But have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.